Hey guys, my name is Heather Lindsey.
And my name is Cornelius Lindsey.
And I'm so excited that you landed on Life with the Lindseys.
This is so exciting. This gives us an opportunity to share our life with yours.
Yes, we're going to be talking about everything from entrepreneurship to ministry to your purpose to why you are here. Family, parenting, relationships, marriage, sex, you name it. We are talking about it.
So thank you so much for joining us today with Life with the Lindseys. Enjoy it.
All right, so welcome back to another episode of Life with the Lindseys.
Yes. So for the first time ever, we have special guests here on Life with the Lindseys.
Yeah, we want to do something different because, I mean, there's a lot of people talking about coronavirus, and I forgot what we used to talk about before coronavirus. Seems like everybody talk about coronavirus, and I mean, it's very real, it's very out there, but
yeah,
we want to talk about something else, kind of get everybody's mind off of corona.
And I want you guys to laugh, and you're going to laugh with our guests.
I mean, yeah, they're going to laugh.
If they could only see the behind the scenes before all this got set up.
It's going to be great. So now we have two guests joining us. Are we telling names? We don't want to say your names?
I don't care.
We don't care? Okay, so we have Agatha Marshall who's joining us, who is actually my natural born sister. So I only have one sibling, and Agatha is my older sister. You older than me by what, 3 years?
Yes, 3 years.
3 years?
Young.
3 years young. 3 years young. You're not 3 years younger than I am. You are definitely 3 years older than I am. Let's make that clear abundantly. Then we also have Brittany King.
Amen.
What's up, B King?
What up, fam? How y'all doing? Y'all all right?
If you attend our church, if you watch this online, then you may hear her voice. You may know her voice because she does all of our morning announcements.
Yeah.
You gotta get the people the morning announcement, the usual.
Good morning, gatherers. My name is Brittany, and it's time for today's announcements. Amen. Amen.
Oh my gosh, y'all are hilarious.
Okay, so we have to kind of set the tone. We were all talking the other day. We were doing like a recording or something. I don't remember what it was, but we were all hanging out. And then all of a sudden there was a question because Brittany's single, never been married.
That's accurate.
Celibate.
Amen.
Living for Jesus.
Are you celibate though?
I'm living right, Pastor. Hold on. You tried it. I'm living right. Thank you, Lord. It's been rough.
Because I did hear that the government have all the essentials open, and I wasn't sure if.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. And then we have my sister-in-law, Agatha, who's divorced. And so she can kind of share. We really want to talk about dating in 2020.
It's rough. Don't do it. Quit it. Stop. Sit at the house.
So listen.
What are your questions?
So I have a feeling I'm going to be reeling y'all in so we can stay focused, okay?
Oh,
but I'm a 1 on the Enneagram personality test.
Gosh.
I like structure. So
I'm an 8. I hate structure. I hate rules.
So this I don't really know what I am.
See, y'all done got off task again. Okay, so we're all sitting talking, and all of a sudden I hear Brittany say, "Would you date an amputee?"
Can I clarify that I didn't start that? Your sister started.
Okay.
So I started it. I asked, "Would you date an amputee?"
And the conversation continued to go on from there.
Woo.
And we just started talking about dating and about what that looks like. Now, let me ask you this question. Are either one of you, are you on dating sites?
Absolutely not.
Okay, one at a time so we can hear it, so they can hear you.
I am. They trash, but I am.
Okay.
Well, what's trash about them, the dating sites?
Because one, you get the same person on all of them. So you're like, hey, Bob, here we are again. Thanks for swiping right. But yeah, they just, it's trash.
So B King, you're not on dating.
100% against it.
100%.
Why are you against it?
I'm at the point now where I just ask my friends to respect my decision. She does, y'all. Because I think it's very much so based on physicality, which that's fine. I'm cute, but I don't want to put myself in a position where that's all I think about.
Yeah.
Like, was I cute enough for this one? Am I not good enough for that one? I swiped on this one, but he ain't swiped back on. Who has time?
That's real.
And they have a lot of them out there. I mean, you got Christian Mingle. I remember when one of my
They shot though. She on there. What you say?
So I heard they're like hookup sites.
They are. Majority of them
on ChristianMingle.com?
Yes. They still
what about Black People Meet?
Worse. I'm gonna tell you the truth. One time, this was like
maybe 2 or 3 years ago, my friends finally convinced me to get on one. And I had swiped whatever way on this guy that claimed he was Christian. He wasn't cute, okay? But he said he loved Jesus. So I was like, well, let's see if this could work. And then that fool got smart with me. Sir. I was like, delete. Just who has time?
Yeah.
I guess
You can do farmers only. Farmers
Absolutely.
only.
I'm not a farmer.
the only thing I think is the highlight, like the danger in online websites are if you don't like something, I can swipe and delete you and be done with you forever. But I think the reality of a relationship is you have to endure. You have to go through hard times. I can't swipe and delete my husband.
But you got to get to the husband first.
I'm just saying, but even when we were courting, you know what I mean? He did things that pissed me off on a regular basis.
Hold on. Hold on. Who did?
You did.
That's a lie.
Hold on. Babe.
What?
You didn't search to find arguments to see if we could pass them in a
No.
successful way?
No. I didn't search to find arguments. I pinpointed areas that where growth was needed. And I refused to just gloss over them as though we didn't need to communicate and converse
You
about
didn't start
them.
the fight?
No, I wasn't starting a fight. But I didn't look at us like that. I wasn't starting a fight. What I was doing was I was saying we need to converse about this issue. We can't just gloss over this. No, it's not a problem. It's a problem. It's a problem that you said that. It's a problem that you did that, and we will talk about it.
Yeah, I don't agree, but it's fine.
Praise the Lord.
Swipe right, swipe left.
What is the dating game out there like now?
Well, since B King is not dating, I can tell you it's trash. I mean, coming from a woman who was married for a very long time and then divorced, like it's very intense. Like you have to pick and choose what you like, what you don't like physically. And then once you start building that relationship with them or spending time with them, then you realize you're still trash. So it's rough, especially I'm getting back into the boat now in 2020 because I was married for so long.
And I mean, you also have three kids as well.
Yeah, I have 3 kids. So that's definitely a factor.
So do you have like deal breakers? Like you have to be saved, you got to love Jesus, and then I can work with everything else? Or
yes. Number one is you do have to love Christ. Like I can't be with you and you're a Buddhist or anything like that, you know.
Right.
Can't do that. So that's number one criteria. But like B said, like they still lie just to grab, because they do like Christian girls because they think they're good girls. They think they're solid. They think they're honest. They think they're trustworthy. But yeah, it's just like, you know, you got to get past that facade of the dating app. That profile picture.
Let's go back to your question. Would you date an amputee?
The question was, yes. I mean,
Hold on.
no, not that there's anything wrong with anybody out there that's an amputee, guys. It's just my preference. I just would not. I just wouldn't.
And what was your response, B King?
My response was, if you marry him and something happens, you could still end up with somebody who
Well, that's
Is an
different.
amputee.
yeah, so it's fine.
I mean, it's fine, but starting off,
I had some other stipulations, but I don't know if we've got into that.
Let's go ahead.
Well, I mean, I think love that because I know where we're headed. So, oh gosh. All right. Let's just go there. So this wasn't necessarily about the amputee. The biggest part of that came into this conversation that I think we're getting into right now, which was it wasn't necessarily the fact that if he didn't have legs or he didn't have arms, it was just which leg worked.
Amen.
I was trying to say
I'm not
that.
waiting for nothing.
I was trying to say that in a way that
They're going to make sure his penis works.
okay.
Penis,
All
yes.
right, Heather.
Penis.
That is
All
the
right.
appropriate term.
All
for
right.
that.
It's a proper term.
Okay, one man sitting here with 3 women talking about penis. All right.
It's okay.
This is what we're doing with life with the Lindseys now. Go ahead.
We're all adults, and I mean, I think.
But how do you know if it works or not? You won't know.
Well, I won't know exactly, but I don't think there's anything wrong with asking. I love Jesus. I'm gonna wait on the Lord. However, I would like to know that once I say I do, I'm gonna be able to do.
But wait, what if he's got a micro penis?
That's not gonna work, Heather.
But hold on. But me and my husband, we waited to kiss. I mean, you had to tell our wedding day. But hold on. Let's just say I didn't see my husband naked till we got married. He didn't see me till I got naked.
Amen.
Or, till we got married.
But
what if he had a micro penis? Are you going to divorce him and annul the marriage?
No. You ask those questions before we even get down that road.
And if he lies, that's a problem.
That is a problem.
But what if he lies to catch you?
Not gonna work. I'm gonna tell him, if you lie to me, I'm going to the courthouse because you lied.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not lying to you about what I got. I want to see your paperwork. I need them to check your blood.
So are you gonna say,
I want to know
like,
you ain't got no bumps hiding up under there nowhere, and I want to know that it works.
So we got STD checks before I do and all that stuff, just to make sure.
Yeah.
But the thing is this, like, you're not going to know. You're going to say, is it like a foot long? I mean, are you going to ask those questions?
Well,
Can you ask those questions? I'm just saying.
I mean, the question would be, you would ask that type of question when it comes to that type, because you want to know. Like, I don't want to be totally surprised on my wedding day. Like,
I mean, I'm not seeking to pillow talk and like put myself in a compromising situation.
True.
But I think two mature adults that love Jesus, like, I'm not out here just dating anybody. So I'm not at Starbucks with some clown that I found on the internet wanting to know what size is your penis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's foolish. But if we've both said we're pursuing marriage, a part of marriage is we're going to have sex soon. Can you tell me more about that?
Wait, what if they're a virgin?
They didn't seen it. You take a shower every day. Do it just sit on your hand, or does it stretch out?
well, those are good questions. Put it in a book.
Okay. Hold on.
Sit on your hand.
Those are good questions, bitch.
She's valid.
Okay. So, praise God. You get. I'm sweating. I'm so glad we're not recording this or video this. So, okay, because the issue does come up on ability, and when I talk to guys, that becomes a big problem. Men don't want to admit it. They don't want their wives to really find out. So the wife is like, I want to have sex. And they're like trying to say other different things to say, this is why I don't want to have sex. Maybe I'm too busy, something like that, because of the ability. They don't have an erection.
Yeah.
And so a lot of that goes into dieting. It goes into testosterone, because the older you get, the testosterone levels go down, the estrogen levels, all that kind of stuff inside of a man's body is all.
Wait, so you won't take any pills at like 80 if we need some pills?
I'll go vegan if I have to.
Wow. Can we keep this recorded forever so I can push play?
I mean, I'll go vegan because you have the other thing. Anything that is medicinal, that is pharmaceutical, is twisted in such a way to get the body to do something that it should naturally do on its own.
Yeah.
So the body produces different things on its own. That's why God gave us fruits and veggies and all that kind of stuff to feed into our body so that it can help our body. Carrots, celery. Look, I know this stuff, but just because you know better don't always mean you do better. I'm going to still eat my hamburger, my bison burger. I'm going to still eat my chicken. But I'm just saying, you put stuff on the inside of you because it helps you with your body. If I had that issue where now performance became an issue, then I will seek whatever I got to seek. I will go the herbal route first, but just going back to y'all, I mean, the issue was more of size, but it was also of ability. So let me ask you this question. So let's just say you get married and then the sex is not pleasing to you. What do you say to that?
When we say the sex is not pleasing, that means that maybe he doesn't understand me because we are new to one another. So that can be taught.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm open. All I'm saying is that I would like to go into it, at least knowing what we're working with. And I'm not trying to be sexist. If I need to go get some cake or balls or something to help him out, sign the paperwork, like whatever we got to do to make it shake. But I'm not getting married to look at you. We'll look at each other from time to time. But there's other times I'm not waiting for my health. I mean, I am for Jesus. But, I mean, let's be realistic. Like, nobody, I'm sorry. So I don't want to come out of my white dress to 2 inches.
I really feel like, I'm so glad that y'all are saying this. Y'all are being real about this.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there are a lot of people out there who are having these conversations. They're talking about these things. At least they're thinking it. But I think a lot of times inside the church, you are afraid to almost say it because you're like, they're gonna feel like I'm not spiritual. They don't feel like I know my word, and maybe I'm not a good Christian and I can hear somebody who is pharisaical and judgmental listen to this right now and say those women need to get themselves under control because God can send them a God-fearing. It's almost like those individuals who say you need anybody who looks good, just get you the one that God sends, as if you don't have to roll over and look look at that, look at the face. You got to look at it when you wake up.
You better like the face.
You better like the face you turn over and you see. So I'm glad you guys are bringing this up. We're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna come right back right after this.
So it comes as no surprise that we're all stuck in the house right now, which is why I am you guys, literally completely obsessed with OpenFit. Now, I love OpenFit. It offers 350 brand new live workouts every single week, from bar to Pilates, cardio, strength training, yoga, even guided walking and running sessions. All you need is a phone and a pair of earphones. Hey, I don't even use my earphones at times, but I've been using it for a while and I love it, babe.
It's affordable and accessible. Some places only sell classes as a package, and you can't always make it to every class. OpenFit brings those classes to you anytime, anywhere. OpenFit has really changed the way that we work out, and texting your code LWTL to 505050. That's 505050. You can join me on our fitness journey personalized just for you. Right now, during the OpenFit 14-day challenge, all of our listeners get a special extended 14-day free trial membership to OpenFit when you text LWTL to 505050. You will get full access to OpenFit. All the workouts, nutrition information is totally free. Again, just text LWTL to 505050. Just a disclaimer, standard message and data rates may apply. Get it today.
Now, we're bringing up some good stuff. We're talking about this whole dating thing and how this looks. So we talked about size. We've talked about performance. Do you guys have any more deal breakers? Any more deal breakers that are out there that you have probably had in other conversations with other singles? And why is it hard? Why is it hard to find somebody?
Especially at our church. I'm not trying to just plug our church, but I'm going to plug our church. The Go Church has so many godly men and beautiful women.
But let me tell you what they do.
Okay. Come on,
they key right here. Right here. Y'all can't see me, but they right here in my face. About close to this microphone. They key. And then they don't want nothing. And so for a woman, it's like,
flirt.
Okay. Right. So it's like if I'm waiting on Jesus, at what point do I say either get out of my face or what do you want?
That's true.
But then women are emotional, right?
Yeah,
and so
right.
I don't want to emotionally open the door to somebody just because you want to have fun.
Yeah.
So I think Christian men also carry a responsibility to be serious about, if they want to
guarding their heart.
Right. Guard your heart too. Exactly.
Yeah, both of them. Like, we both have responsibility on each playing field.
Question.
Come on.
Question for both of you. So, because I get this a lot from the fellas, because the fellas is saying, look, I'm not in your face because I like you. I'm not in your face because I'm flirting with you. I'm just in your face because I'm just seeking to be nice to you. I'm not trying to get with you. So I guess my question is, what is that thin line of me just trying, of a person just saying, I want to be conversational and I just want to be friendly, or, that thin line, I want to be friendly, but then you think that I'm trying to get with you, because that's not be the case.
We're not mapped like that though. And I hope that men understand that, because we've already painted that picture. I'm gonna group us all together, but we've painted that picture in our head that you're a God, you love God, you look good, you dress good, and you talking to me, and I don't see you talking to nobody else. You like me. And at that point, I painted the picture that you're my husband now. Like, that's where y'all go to. Y'all go from like 0 to 100 real quick. Yes, real quick.
I do my best not to. But
I
it's
do.
wrong.
Yeah,
you do that too, babe? Y'all, did you just do that?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I love Song of Solomon. It says, do not awaken love before it's time.
Yeah, he says that. He said 3 different times.
To women, though.
Yeah, to women.
It's because women, even in Genesis, it says your desire will be for your husband, or desire be for a man.
Yeah.
So for us, we want marriage, we want family. We're wired like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like men come along and smile in our face. And I remember this one guy when I was single, like he was taking me out and trying to go out to eat. And I'm like, where's this going? He's like, what do you mean? We're just friends. I go out with a lot of people. And I was just like, what? Like, I was confused.
Yeah.
I understood. I understand him, because when I was dating, it was like I just wanted to be nice to her. I wasn't necessarily trying to get with her. But then, you know, some men can be very manipulative with it. Cause I mean, I was that way because I knew how to prey on the woman's insecurities.
Yeah.
And I knew when to say different things. I knew when she felt low and you just had to give her that little bit of encouragement. Like, girl, you look good. Like, why are you acting like that? Like, you know, you look
and
good.
You're the only one that has given her that encouragement and that, you know, like that, giving her that little pep in her step. Like, you're the only one talking to her. You're the only one looking at her. You're the only one taking her out to eat. Like, where we about to eat at? He'd be like, let's go. And that's so real. At that moment, we start thinking, well, he's paying only attention to me, not thinking that he's doing it to everybody else. I just see you doing it to me. And, oh, you like me.
And I think that men know. I think there are some women probably at different phases in their life that may be a little too jumpy, like, calm down, sis. All these men, they can't be your husband. But I think for somebody like me, like I'm 31, right? So when I think about being submissive to somebody as my husband, if you come and kiki in my face, I need to process all this independent woman I've been living. Am I going to be willing to submit that to you before we go any further? Because I'm not afraid to cut it off if I can't submit. Like, if I think you crazy, that ain't going to shake. So I think men know when they plan and when they just want attention. Because they want attention too. It's
of course. Men
tell
want
me this,
attention.
so, babe. From a male's perspective, when we started courting, that same guy came back around and was trying to take me on a date. I was like, you know, I'm in a relationship. And he's like, oh man, you're the one that got away now. So now he was acting like, oh, well, I want to be serious about like dating you and hanging out with you. So it's like, oh, now you are, now that I'm in a relationship.
Well, I mean, oftentimes with men, we don't realize what we have until it's gone.
Preach.
And it's unfortunate, but we don't usually realize it. So what we do is, because we're taught to just be strong, to hold in our emotions. So once we lose it, we try to act like we don't need it. And we try to be like, oh, I didn't need you anyway. I can always find somebody else. So we'll go try to find somebody else. But while we're laying next to somebody else, all we can think about is what we had. And then we want what we had, but now that it's gone, it becomes difficult to watch what we had walk away.
Yeah.
So that's the plight of men. It's like, yeah, he was probably extremely serious about that. Like, dang, I let you get away. Yeah. Even to this point now, like, dang, I really hate that I let you get away. But it's like, you know, he can go out and find 4 or 5 different other women. Because a lot of times for men, I was listening to somebody say this the other day, and I was having this conversation with some other brothers. It's almost like relationships are more so for women. Sex is more so for men. So when y'all think in terms of relationship, when you think, Brittany, like, well, I want to have sex. We know that. We got that. But what I'm saying is that when y'all think in terms of, like, all three of y'all were like, immediately I'm thinking in terms of, I'm looking at you, I want to be in a relationship. I'm thinking down the road, marriage, you my husband. With men, we thinking in terms of, when we have sex.
That's all you got?
I mean, you're going to have more than that. But I think with men being physically attractive and all those different things, it's like the minute we think about is, well, we're going to have sex. And then ultimately we start thinking about relationship, but then the relationship starts happening because typically in a lot of different things.
So for you, it's,
yeah, I'm not thinking down the road like, oh my goodness, you know, this is going to be our wedding day and this is what it's going to look like. And our colors are going to be, you know, brown and purple. And
she's going to be a good mom.
And she's going to be a good mom. And oh my goodness. And she's going to bear kids. And guys, a lot of guys I sit down and I talk to are not necessarily like that. It's something that we have to learn to do. Yeah. When a man is taught, like oftentimes when I teach on vision for men, they're like, man, I didn't know that. Because they just don't know.
So what about, like, I know you guys both personally, and I know you guys have friends of the opposite sex.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me, what do you guys think about, like, hanging out with friends of the opposite sex? Maybe
going over to their house,
hanging out,
being on the phone late with them. And
I think for me, let me just say, for me, guys, I set that boundary up front. Like, you don't like me, right? No, I don't like you. Okay, cool. Then let's just hang out. Like, I know that you my dude. So I've never been in a situation where I've been somewhere hanging out with the opposite sex and I felt like I like them or they like me. I can say that.
It has always been that clear cut, though. Because I feel like I would hang out with guys and it would never work out. And I would,
for me, for right now in this season that I am in, I can say that.
Yeah.
I don't really kick it with guys unless it's in a group. So like my guy friends, we don't spend any like a long time together. I don't feel like there's anybody. Nah, ain't nothing weird. Ain't nothing, you know, everybody's cool, like family or whatever. But yeah, no, I don't kick it with folk by myself. Amen. That's a personal boundary.
That's good.
But what if he starts out as a friend and becomes something more?
Well, I ain't got to the mo yet.
But are we friend zoning godly men? Right?
Are you friend zoning? Are you friend zoning the one that could possibly be the catch? Not the one, because I don't believe in the one crap. But
I don't believe in
are you friend zoning a potential?
Could possibly be. But like I said, in that season that I'm in right now, it's like, all right.
Because you've already gone down that road before. So you already like, look, I already know what I want. I ain't got time.
I got 3 kids. Like, we figuring it, I need to figure it out up front. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, do you like me? No. Well, I don't like you either, bro. So we can just kick it. Let's just kick it.
I'm going to tell you like my best friend told me. All the guy friends that's in our circle, she said, B, that ain't it.
And I think
damn one of them.
I think for real, when you're hanging out with them, that you know that they're not the one.
Yeah.
So they automatically go in that category as a friend.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about types, because me and my husband have shared many times that we weren't
got no type.
each other's type per se. As far as he wanted like a Southern country girl, and my type was totally different than you, babe.
What?
My type was different than you. So we both just talk about
real?
It, baby.
I'm just playing. I know.
You weren't in the lineup. But
God, dog. You heard how she said that?
But the crazy thing is, you're everything of what I needed. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing was, I was looking in the wrong direction, right? With the guys I was dating, and I almost even married a guy right before you, babe. But he was totally different, not on the same path whatsoever. Somebody that was like kind of wishy-washy about their faith, wasn't really sure, but just no vision, no purpose. But we just had history. So I was like, hey, maybe it can work because we got history together. But when I met my husband, I knew him within 15 minutes that I was going to marry him, because it's like he was everything that I've been looking for that I didn't know I needed. Right? Same.
Because I wasn't looking for anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't my type.
Yeah.
And I mean, that down south Mississippi girl, I didn't, praise the Lord. But I mean, you became everything that I needed, everything that I didn't know that I needed.
And still continue to, though. Think about it as you grow and evolve.
Because you need this ratchet Christianity in your life. You do, because I couldn't imagine you with somebody like you. Like, y'all would be so uptight and boring.
Yeah.
Y'all would be so uptight and boring.
Yeah,
I'd be like, ugh.
Yeah.
I would not want to go on a double date with y'all. Y'all would be the people I'd be like, I want to hang out with them.
Well, thanks, babe.
You're welcome. You're so welcome. I'd be like, oh my God. Who you about to talk to? Heather?
So you make me fun?
Oh.
You make me fun?
I do make you fun. Like, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I like a lot of structure, and you break my structure.
Absolutely. Like, break all the rules. Who cares?
I don't like the rule. No.
Break all the rules.
No, we got to stick to some of the rules.
Rebel.
We don't need Corona, babe. We don't want
Rebel. What Corona got to do with it? We ain't talking about Corona.
Baby,
Corona.
No. Because you trying to go to every single store.
What, you want to go to every single store? What you talking about? Corona is in the air. It's airborne.
Okay, let's focus.
Okay, but you want to talk to them about
their type.
About their type.
What is your type? I want to hear what your guys' type.
I guess before we get into their type, you want to take a quick break?
Yeah, let's do that.
Take a quick break.
Believe it or not, a lot of people end up more hydrated in the winter months, which is why I bought my husband some liquid IV.
Now, let me tell y'all something. I absolutely love this stuff. I can get all my vitamin C, B3, B5, B6, B12.
Come on.
It's absolutely amazing. I drink it before I get on a flight, after I get off a flight. I like to work out a lot, so I like to drink it before a workout. I love to also drink it after a workout as well. It's the same hydration as drinking 2 to 3 bottles of water. Wow. It helps to fuel those tough workouts. It gives you the 5 essential vitamins. It's healthier than traditional sugary sports drinks. For right now, you can get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code LWL at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order on Liquid IV's website. Just go to liquidiv.com and enter promo code LWL to save 25% and get better hydration. That's liquidiv.com, promo code LWL. Don't wait. Start it right now, y'all. I love this thing. Get it today.
Okay, now we're back. So now we're talking about some types. Let us have it.
Okay.
You got it,
go first?
Oh, well. No, you got it.
What's my type? I've noticed that I tend to fall to
I know. Go ahead.
The type that I was married to. just to give you a physical 6'4", beard, buff and all of that. Hard worker because he did work hard. I'm tending to lean towards that, but I'm trying to open my mindset to more. So I don't have a preference as far as race, though.
You'd marry a white man?
Most definitely.
Okay, now we got to talk about that. We got hold up. As the representative of the black man in the room, I got to stop you for just a second, because if I was a single man on the other side,
here we go.
And if I said,
here we go.
If I know, because I want to get y'all opinions on this.
Right.
If you ask me, would you marry a white woman? And if I said, yeah, I mean, practically I did almost. I mean, you mixed, you have white, but it's like, and we get pushed back from that because you're mixed. But it's like, okay, if I were to say I married a white woman, then everybody be like, see, I told you. Because that was even a joke.
What's your reasoning?
What you mean my reasoning?
Because most men,
that's just a type.
They want to go get them a snow bunny. That's what they call them out in the regular world. I'm sorry. Y'all offended. That's what they want to go do.
No, you didn't just flip your hair. You did not just flip your locks.
I did, and I flipped my locks. But their logic is off. They just say, oh, black women are too strong, and they want somebody, no offense to my, Caucasian sisters that's listening, but they feel like white women tend to be more docile. So instead of rising to the occasion of a sister, you go get somebody that you feel like you can run over so that you don't have to deal with.
That's not always the case. But that is not always the case.
But that is the societal reason why people get mad when black men say they want to do that.
Well, I can agree that that's probably a reason as to why. But for many black men, that is not necessarily the case. It is not the case that they don't want a black woman, and some of them go out there and they foolishly say they don't want a black woman. That's not the case. It just comes down to the type. They just like what they like. They like white women.
Or they like Mexican.
The same way you're saying that you are okay with marrying a white man.
Asian,
Italian,
Arabic, Italian. It don't matter.
Well, I mean, Italian. Yeah.
Oh gosh, baby.
No, I'm saying white, Italian. I mean, because white really groups all the Europeans together.
Yeah. Black is my preference, but I don't have an issue dating outside of my race.
Like, come on, locks.
So what if he isn't hood enough?
Oh, okay. All right now.
All right.
So that's another preference.
He needs to go to jail, you guys.
Agatha be pushing it though with that, bro. You be pushing it. Is he a gangster or do he love Jesus?
I mean, he could do both.
One friend.
He could been a gangster before and then got to jail and gave his life to Christ.
So you want to rehabilitate it?
I want to rehabilitate it. I want somebody that'll be able to fight for me because I'm tough. Like, I don't want to be in a situation where we in the streets and some pop off and you back behind me and I'm trying to fight.
Why you in the streets fighting, sis?
I mean, I'm just saying.
That's what she does. My sister is.
Wait, what?
My sister is.
I'm just saying. Sometimes things may pop off.
Maybe you need to open your mind up to a different life where you're not in the streets fighting.
Not that I'm saying that I'm in the streets fighting.
That's how roots get started. Y'all don't write that nowhere. Thank you.
But what I'm saying is I want somebody that I feel safe and protected with. And maybe that idea of being a thug hood person is what I want. But I am attracted to that.
So would you go on Love is Blind?
Yes.
The show on Netflix.
If you guys
I've never seen that.
It's
doing
so good.
auditions,
I have no desire to see that.
holla at your girl.
Right.
You said if you're doing auditions, I'll let you
Y'all
go.
listening. The doctor's going to check everything.
Make sure you stand up.
Oh, God.
That was petty. Y'all going to hate me. I'm really a great person.
Okay. All right, locks. Let's go.
B, what
was the question? Oh, my type.
What is your type?
Okay, so sis ain't dated in like 10, 11, oh my gosh, 12 years.
Wow.
So I don't know, big dog, because what I was doing ain't it. So I know I can't go backwards. I know that. And I bet, that I wasn't no type then. It was just a lot going on, a lot of foolishness. So I really don't know. I think in my head, I don't see, once I say this, they're going to talk about me for talking about men, want white women, but I'm going to say it anyway. In my head, he's, your standard, tall, dark skin brother. He ain't got to be, real skinny. He ain't got to be real big, just something right there in the middle. Amen. Amen.
So you want a man?
Amen myself for that one. But however come, I wrote in like 2014, I very, very seriously sought the Lord on what is my list? What are the things that like you want me to look for in a spouse or whatever. And it took me a while to write it out. And every time I go back to read it, I feel peace about it. So beyond just the petty stuff, I do have like a well thought out, Holy Spirit consented list.
How important is, okay, for example, say you meet somebody and they're like, well, I'm a teacher and that's all I want to do my whole life. And I want you to stay home. How do you feel about like purpose and this person's purpose and what God has called them to do? And if they tell you, hey,
y'all are some strong women.
Very strong. What if they're like, I'm a teacher, but my mama stayed home, my auntie stayed home, my grandma stayed home, and yo tell.
You're shaking your head, Brittany.
But you guys say you want a strong man.
Has he read Proverbs 31? She wanted the house. She had help at home. Come on.
But some men want women that are at home.
I don't think I would do it again because I was a stay-at-home mom just because of what I went through.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it ever again. Like I'm going to have to work. I have to be okay with it.
So now, that's a deal breaker.
Yes, that would be a deal breaker. You're going to have to let me do what I do and support me in it.
So does he have a voice in what you do?
Yes, because at that point, if I'm submitting to that, and he's
so what if he shuts it down?
No, he gonna have to.
Wait, you're saying two separate things, though, sis.
No,
If only the cameras to show y'all this.
Y'all can see their faces.
Oh.
No, I think there is a danger right now, and I'm not saying that every man can come in and shut it all down. But what if God gave him a vision for something that you guys are supposed to do, and maybe you're doing something, and he's like, I don't believe that's God.
Okay, an example would have to be that I'm working a 9 to 5, and you see my purpose and you said, babe, you need to go build your purpose. That means you come out of that 9 to 5 and then this is what you do. Now that's okay. Yeah. But if you're telling me to stop my purpose a little bit at that point, and I've been like, we had this conversation, you've been operating in it and you tell me, nah, that ain't what you're supposed to do. You ain't speak to the Lord. Because I know what he told me. So that should be aligned.
I think the sticky thing, I think what Heather's trying to get at is that with submission, you literally get under the Brittany's face looking at me. You literally get under the mission of another. So I think that what I can agree on what you guys are saying is that at least you're saying we need to have that conversation first.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
Because you need to make sure, okay, I know you're hearing from God, or you're not just trying to marry me to make me your slave.
Yeah.
Because a ring can mean two different things. It can either mean a shackle of dominance, or it can be a never-ending sign of love, which means that you are my partner. We stand together. Yeah. And as a husband, I actually want better for my wife than what 100%. She wants for her.
Yeah.
So I want to do that. So you want to be with a man who says, This is a never-ending sign of love, not a shackle of dominance, where I come in, I tell you, stop all your businesses, so I give you a stipend how you live, and then you come to me.
Especially not on no teacher salary. They said teacher. I make more than a teacher right now. Ooh, I'm my bad. Amen. It's not just about the money, but I don't want to feel like I got to choose between my marriage or my purpose. I feel like my purpose should be, I don't know what word I'm looking for. Give me a word.
Married together with your marriage.
Yes, and it should flourish within my marriage. It shouldn't be stunted.
But the thing is, it could cost you something. So
it's going to cost you something.
It's going to cost you something. And you're going to be challenged. My husband and I are both very strong. I mean, you can admit, babe, we're like very just strong personalities. And with what God has called me to do, I remember I started preaching slowly and I got a speaking engagement from a really big church. And I was so excited. I was shook first because I was like, number one, we don't get speaking engagements. So this was a really big deal. We didn't have any money. So this was like an honorarium. I was excited. I was like, God provided. Like, this is an answered prayer. I took it to my husband thinking he was going to be super excited. And
I said no.
I wanted to claw his eyes out.
Well, I mean, you got upset with me, and your words were to me, I feel like you're trying to hold me back. I feel like you don't recognize what the gifts that God put inside of me. But the reasoning of why I said no is because I knew the church. I knew about the church. And I said, I don't believe that this is something that you necessarily want to be associated with right now. And this just is not the best opportunity right now. And eventually, as time went on, you saw why.
Yeah, definitely.
But you saw that you knew that my love for you, out of my love came my protection. And oftentimes the best protection you can get in love is a no. And it's a no you don't want to hear.
That's true. I do agree upon that. But at that point, I felt that before. Like I felt that security before. So if you told me no, I can sense that. Okay, that may be right.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't sense. It was more about me. I think in that moment, thinking about myself and. But in the sense, I'm thinking about us too, our life and stuff like that. But I had to learn to submit and lay down even my will and say, you know what, God, I'm going to trust that you speak to my husband and I'm going to have to trust his headship. I'm either going to believe him or not. Yeah. I don't want to be at a speaking engagement or somewhere I'm not supposed to be and something crazy happens and something goes down and I never was supposed to be there because I was rebellious towards my husband.
Mm-hmm.
I think it also goes back to the dating question, though. That's the reason why for women, I'm looking at you trying to figure out if I'm going to be willing to submit, because by the time I say I do, then I've gotten to a place where I've made a commitment. And so when those type moments do come up, I have to go back and say, okay, B, why did you make this commitment? You said you trusted him. You believed in da-da-da-da. And I ain't saying I might not be a little upset, but it may at least help me to process it. But I can't be at Starbucks with a clown that swiped right. And then my business and everything I've been working for all these years is on the line. That's stupid to me.
Right. I mean, even a wise businesswoman or businessman in a transaction wouldn't show all the cards in the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning, right.
Yeah, it's like we're going to sit down. We're going to go through this with a fine-tooth comb first. And then before we come to an agreement and partnership, I mean, there are different levels. I got attorneys that are going to review the contract. I'm going to do my due diligence to go through your entire company to see if this is going to be a good partnership. That's the reason why any couple right now who's going by, who you're trying to do this alone, you're in danger. That's why God's protection is in accountability, because he says you need somebody else to see what that man is like, because you won't be able to see it. So you have an opportunity to go through all of that. But I think at the end of it, at least you'll be able to say, I got some, I feel comfortable enough to submit this to him.
Yeah.
That's why I bring him to your house. Whenever he show up,
well, this is the house to bring him, because we go through the ringer. We just look at him first, like, how you doing? What's your mama? Do you like kids? What we ask real questions.
She'll spit it like.
I asked Micah yesterday. I said, Mike, how's your heart? And he said, how my heart? I think it's still beating. I don't know. He's like, no, nobody asked me that before. It's a good question, because you want to know how is your heart? Is it polluted? Is it good? Or, like, is your heart good? Yeah. Is it in fear? Like, how's your heart?
So let's take a quick break.
I'm super glad I got you those ritual vitamins. I mean, you eat all your kale salads, drink all your green smoothies, but you don't really get all the nutrients that you really need. So I'm really glad that you're on this ritual process.
Me too. So I've been trying ritual for a couple months now, and it's been amazing, you guys. It fills the gaps in my diet. It's vegan, friendly, sugar-free, non-GMO, gluten-free, and allergen-free.
Better health doesn't happen overnight. And right now, Ritual is offering all of our listeners 10% off during your first 3 months. That's right. First 3 months, 10% off. You fill in the gaps in your diet with Essential for Women, a small step that helps support a healthy foundation for your body. Visit ritual.com/LWL to start your ritual today. Again, that's ritual.com/LWL to start your ritual today. That's 10% off during your first 3 months at ritual.com/LWL.
So I feel this question from the girls. I can just feel it. They're like, well, Heather had to submit her speaking engagements to Cornelius, but did Cornelius have to submit hers to Heather?
Well, the Bible does talk about submit one to another. Yeah. And I think that in submission, the Bible says, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, not to somebody else's, as unto the Lord. Then he says, husbands, love your wife as Christ so loved the church. So being in that, Christ sacrificed, but the woman gets a chance to submit to get under the mission of. So I think it's out of love and respect as a leader that I go to you, and I will go to you and I will say, hey, babe, I got a speaking engagement in Ohio, or in this place, or like we had the one in Kenya. Hey, babe, I got a speaking engagement in Kenya. Do you have any reservations about this? Or is there anything with the kids' calendar? Do you have a speaking engagement during this time? Do you have anything? So it's like out of love and respect for you, I bring those things to you. And I think any healthy husband would not object to wanting to have that type of accountability from his wife. I think that it's unhealthy if he wouldn't.
Yeah.
But
we're helpers. how can we help something if we have no voice in it?
Yeah. And it's very dangerous for a leader to assume that you have to make all the decisions by yourself. That's the reason why we're in it together in a partnership. So
that's fair though.
Yeah.
That's fair. You guys said you want to know this is a partnership, not a dictatorship.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like I'm not sitting at the house on a teacher's salary. I just like, not when I can go out and make money.
Yeah.
Like, let me help get us to a point financially where if you do want me at home, we can be here and not struggling. Like, I know that a lot of people struggle with the whole concept of women just want a man with more money that's taller than her, that can do this and all this kind of stuff. I'm not necessarily asking you for that, but I do think when our lives merge, we should be able to make each other better.
Yeah.
Like,
what if he doesn't have a job?
That ain't gonna work. Why? Why? Tell me why.
It ain't gonna work for it ain't gonna work for me because right now Agatha dealing with 3 kids. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to work.
So
but what if he's in between jobs? Sorry,
no. How many he been in between? Because a lot of these folks, they quit one, quit another. Now, because you might quit me, and I ain't doing it.
All right.
I'm not waiting to get married 3, 4, 5 times. We gonna do this once until death.
No, you gonna have to have a job.
What were you saying, baby?
Well, what if this man shows? What if he shows a lot of patterns that he's been doing things well, but right now it's just a really rough moment for him.
Laid off because of corona.
Because I and this is the thing with the men. We want to know, will you be as down for us as we will be as down for you? Like right now, I'm at the bottom, but are you willing to ride with me on the bus until we're able to ride in the rolls?
What I'm just trying to figure out, is this happening after we've been together or before? Because I don't think I can come into a relationship and no bias or anything, guys. I just, for real, it's a lot of factors for me as a mother. And 2, it's not like my ex-husband is not taking care of me. So not taking care of me, but taking care of his kids. So I don't even want you to think that, oh, well, you get child support. You know what I'm saying? Let's ride that way. That's a very
lazy way of thinking.
You know what I'm saying? So no, it has to be something where we were together. Maybe I did meet you and you did have a job, and we 1-2 years into this whole relationship, and then you fall on hard times. Of course, I'm gonna ride with you because I've been with you at least that long. But coming into it,
what if he lives with his mama?
Why?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Like, I need to know why. Like, maybe that's the counseling in me, but I need some help understanding what you got going on.
Because mama can be living with him.
Right. Well, my thing is, if I got to move you into my 1-bedroom apartment, I need some help understanding how you got in this space. Because I don't want to spend my life. Well, this is gonna sound crazy. I mean,
it's like
you take care of each other, but I don't want to spend my life taking care of you. I don't want a child. Like, all the kiki we did about sex, that doesn't trump the things that are important. Like, I need to know that you can provide, that I can submit, that you love the Lord. Like, I'm not doing that.
You won't have sex if you don't like each other.
I don't want no foster kids.
Did you just call him a foster kid?
Or this is not a shot to anybody that's a foster kid or anything like that.
It's really not. Y'all got to know me to just know. It's just a joke. I'm a counselor. I love people. Oh my God.
You have to preference some things sometimes. Just
because people get really offended.
I'm so sorry.
You know, we live in a very
But I understand your example.
Feathered society.
I understand your example.
Sensitive and fragile.
Yeah, like I just think that, some people think, I guess, that women are fragile, or they'll just take whatever they can get, or they either have way too high of expectations. But so to your question, I think if he does not have a job and his track record shows that he's able to, do whatever, then I need to know, why did your track record change?
I see what you're saying.
Right. Like, what happened? Is that a pattern in your behavior? Or did you, something went south? You sell marketing stuff and we in the midst of the Rona. Ain't nobody buying it. Like, help me understand. Are you creative enough to come up with something else to sell during the Rona?
Yeah.
So as our life goes through transitions and different seasons, I can always trust that you're going to come up with something. Because if you don't have that inside of you, it's going to be real tough.
It's all about the conversation that you're going to need to have well before you even think about walking down that road.
So, question, and I think this will be one of our last questions as we get ready to close. Y'all are strong women. I think and we have a lot of strong women,
especially like that. Listen, so
yeah, we have a lot of strong women. And with strong women, I think a lot of times comes the conversation I have with the fellas that are saying they're too strong. And with their strength, I get that they had to be strong. I get that they have to be strong, but it is your strength that pushes me away. And so at what point, like what is your response to that?
You're going to have to show me that I can feel safe and secure with you.
So it's for you. So for the ladies, it's an issue where I'm showing you that I'm strong because I have to be. And
it's a survival mechanism at some point.
That's good. And in order for me to let down my guard, Negro, you're gonna have to prove something to me.
Yeah.
That says to me that I can be in a vulnerable state.
Yeah.
Well, that was good. My answer ain't, I was going to say that's crap. That's what I was going to say.
But no, I definitely feel like you're going to have to show me. And I don't want to make it seem like they always have to put on like a show for us, because I think that is sometimes unfair for men. But at some point, because I've been through so much and you come into my life, I have to feel safe and secure for you to be able to get that.
But do we charge people for
we do
for our future that's a part of our past? That's not a part of our past,
which is unfair.
Yeah,
but it happens.
But this is my reasoning, though. What a man has to understand right now, for me, I am super single. DMs dry, phone dry, internet, website, email, everything 100% dry, okay? And so I have decided to surrender that area of my life, or my life in general, to Christ. So I'm not only just living my life and saying, oh, I'm just waiting. I'm surrendered to the point where, Lord, if it's not in the cards, if I got to be 99 and decide that I'm just going to trust you until I get there, that's where I'm at. So I'm building a life. I am currently, as we speak, building a life for me and praying and hoping that the Lord will send somebody along to do that with. Mm-hmm. So my strength is now a part of who I am. And if you can't manage that, then maybe we don't need to be together. And it's not that I'm so strong that I'm going to kick you out. My desire is to let you in. Mm-hmm. But this ain't Monopoly. You don't collect $200 every time you pass go. Amen.
So, gentlemen or ladies, if you have a brother or friend that's single,
all right,
come on.
Well, Heather, they've been telling you for a long time that you need to do a dating thing.
You know what?
I'm not good with that.
Amen.
So
I'm not good with that.
I'm really good with matchmaking. Actually, I just had one of the people I matched. They just had a baby recently. And I'm so excited for them.
Well, I've been sitting over here way too much to not make the cut.
Okay. So I just need the right guy. Okay. Thanks.
The right guy.
Yeah. So I'm willing to matchmake you guys. So y'all need to hit up Life with the Lindseys on Instagram if you want to be connected with these amazing ladies.
Oh, Lord. I mean, okay. We're actually doing this? It's just matchmaking is just one of those things, because people that get together and all of a sudden if it don't work right, what happened? What is it?
That is the issue for me right now.
What is
the issue?
Because I am sister to you.
Oh, well, dang.
So hold on. What does that mean?
That the relationship that they may have with you, that sometimes they don't want to go into that with me. I've been approached many and many and many of times, but
because you're pastor's sister,
and that's sometimes why I don't want people to know who I am.
I see.
So that actually happens
all the time.
So they feel like if I screw you over, then Chris is going to be pissed at me.
Oh, of course he's going to hate you. I mean, not hate you. I mean, it's such a strong word, but I won't like you.
I'm not going to play that. Yeah.
So that's why, you always say, why not somebody at the go? Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. So you got to find somebody outside of the church. Mm-hmm. That sucks.
Yeah, it sucks, but
it really does suck. What about you, Brittany? I mean, but you said
email dry, phone dry,
well, dang.
Inbox dry, Facebook Messenger dry.
So what do you do if a guy slides into your DM?
I'll let you know.
Hold on. If you guys want to share your Instagrams.
Oh, Jax Manage. And my name's not Jax. Everybody call me Jack or Jackie. My name is Agatha, but it's JAKS Manage 1.
Mine is simple. It's at BKing Live.
So what if they slide into y'all's DM?
I mean, I'm going to say, hey, or whatever. It'll be new to me. I won't know what to do.
But it's good you guys are open.
Very open.
Yeah.
Right? You guys
I'm not shut off. I'm just not. I'm not called to be a pursuer. I ain't making myself hard to find though.
Yeah. I felt like
What was that look?
No, there was no look at all.
when we were right. When I was single, I remember telling the Lord, you're going to have to import my husband, because I lived in New York City. And at the time, I'm like, there's no guys here I want to marry. I don't want to marry anybody at this church, God.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're going to have to drop them from the sky, because the guys here ain't working. And it's funny that my husband worked for a church in Atlanta, and he would fly in and literally drop from the sky. Imported.
Well, the good thing is that we're going to, this year, my goal is to have upwards of 1,000 men at my Man Cave Summit. So I'm quite sure we're going to have some men there. This Man Cave Summit is going to be really dope, though. It's going to be different than anything we've ever had. The Friday night, I asked some men, I was like, what kind of preacher should I invite? One of my buddies, he was like, dude, why you invite another preacher? You're the preacher. So I was like, you know what? No other preachers. I'll be the only preacher that will be there. But Friday night, we're going to have a comedy show, because we need to laugh.
Yeah.
We need to laugh on Thursday night. Well, you have some men who want to go to the worship night, but for the other brothers who want to go, we're going to have this big summit soiree on top of this rooftop in downtown Atlanta. We'll get an opportunity. We're going to get a chance to drink and have a good time and just laugh. We're going to have like soft drinks and stuff like, like soda and stuff like that. Water and stuff. But just having a really, really good time. We're going to have a debate about feminism and the emasculation of men. We're having
that's great.
Yeah, we're actually having a sex therapist who's going to come in and teach on sex, healthy sex.
I need to have them come up to Pinky Promise.
It's not a him.
It's a her.
It's a her. Yeah.
I'm gonna have her come on up the stairs.
Yeah. We'll have her to come. I mean, we'll have her to come up the stairs.
How come a woman is teaching you guys about sex therapy?
Because that was the sex therapist that we found. We didn't. I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you want like a stick talking to another group of sticks.
There's not a lot of men therapists anyway.
But a stick understands a stick.
Well, but the sticks aren't trying to understand the sticks.
Oh, I see. So okay.
So you see what I'm saying? It's just like, she is teaching.
So if it's a hole, it's better.
A hole. How do we disintegrate from penis to stick? Where we at?
So yeah. Well, anyway, we're having like one on sex therapy, men's mental health, so a lot of that kind of stuff. So this is a chance where we can have some men to be down there. Maybe we can do something that's special at Pinky Promise and Man Cave, where we have some single brothers who are there, some single women who are there, and we kind of do like a matchmaking thing, a little mixer.
Just say, hey, go say hey to the host.
Okay, and I'll be help.
And we could do a mixer at the conference.
I'm down.
Hey, if you want to come out, men, if you want to come out to the men's conference, it is unleashedmen.com. Unleashedmen.com. Ladies, it is
pinkypromiseconference.com.
pinkypromiseconference.com. unleashedmen.com. You have to get your tickets. We to come up with like some mixer. We can have all those brothers and stuff, and the ladies come mix.
I need to figure that out beforehand, because I'm thinking structure, because we just can't have a bunch of women.
Meet there in the lobby. Just have them go meet in the lobby.
I need to vet them.
Like, are you single? Vet them. Vet them for what? They can vet themselves.
Part of the dating service.
But we're not taking responsibility for it. All we're doing, we're saying, hey guys, we got a space for y'all. If you're single, go in the room and you can talk. That's
my concern. You might be married, but you might still be.
But you're gonna get separated. That anyway.
So I don't want you down there trying to hook up with one of my Pinky Promise girls and you still married to another woman.
Oh Lord. All right. Okay.
You need to be fully divorced before you think about talking to somebody else. These are things I want to vet for the women, because they be like, Heather, you didn't hook me up with somebody who is married.
So I just figure out a way on my website that when men register, if they want to come to the mixer, then there's a form they would have to fill out. That we can get all the information.
Can we add that?
We can add all the information on the form for the mixer, and then we'll do it where we will choose the ones that we want to come to the mixer.
Choose like 20.
So everybody won't be allowed to come to the mixer. We'll choose a group. We'll choose 20 of them. They'll come to this private mixer. Well, then we'll see if they can meet each other.
There you go.
So come down to Atlanta, see if they can meet.
Structure.
I like that.
I was just going to have a bunch of people just to come together.
No.
I mean, my big thing is
his wife being Pinky Promise.
Just make a big.
Cry.
And we done hooked him up. Exactly. And he downstairs in the mixer.
And that's why I'm not on date apps.
All
You
right.
mad at your wife.
Well, y'all, we thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Life with the Lindseys. Don't forget, my name is Cornelius Lindsey. This is Cornelius on Instagram and Twitter.
And I'm Heather L. Love. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, and telling your friends.
God bless y'all.
To our guests.
Yes, thank y'all so much, Brittany, Agatha.
Thanks for having us.
Did y'all give your Instagram names? You did, didn't you?
did.
Just you real quick again.
Be King Live.
Be King Live.
Jax Manage 1.
Jax Manage 1. Again, and I'm CorneliusLindsey.com, and that is HeatherLLove.com. God bless you guys. Love y'all. Can't wait to see y'all again next week. Bye.